Hi guys, Matt Thomas here at Cedar Rock Guitar Gallery in Indiana, and today we've got a lovely 2018 Beauregard OMC here. This is actually a Euro Spruce top with some lovely proud grain throughout it. Really, when I took a look at it, I swore it was Adirondack, but turns out it's Euro Spruce. Now, look at this lovely set of Brazilian Rosewood. It's got some gorgeous contrast throughout it. Would almost trick you into thinking it might be Macassar or ebony, just because of how lovely those stripes are. But it's just a lighter set of Brazilian with those real lovely dark streaks throughout it. Now it's also bound all the way around with a lovely dark ebony with just a little bit of maple purfling around the sides to kind of separate it from the Brazilian. Now it also has a Brazilian Rosewood bridge. It's actually wide spec down here. It's 2 5/16, so it's a little wider, so it's very fingerstyle forward. Or if you've got a big rotation, that'll work for flat picking too. Now it's actually short scale. It's how Beauregard kind of goes about building his OMs, but it's a 25 scale length, but it's very comfortable. It holds up to really low tunings quite well without kind of losing its oomph. Now, another thing that I really love that he does on these necks is he's got this black finished neck all the way up through, and the way that it meets at the joint here with the miter lines is just so lovely to see. Now, you can probably also see with it turned around here, this lovely redwood burl head cap with these Cosmo Black 510 tuners. Now, he also has the gold pipe for your side dots with some mother of pearl, and it really stands out against this ebony bound fretboard here. With just a little maple line separating between the fingerboard and the neck itself. Now, he also does that kind of signature black headstock, which makes it very difficult to try to take photos of, but it is just so classy looking. And another thing that I really love is he does these friction fit truss rod caps here. A lot of people do the magnetic, but he does this friction push-in set, and I love the kind of oval shape that he's carved this Brazilian into here. So it makes it very easy to access and go ahead and tune up in the middle of a gig, or if you end up putting pickups in your sound hole, it does make it a little difficult to get to the truss rod without having to take out all the pickups. So now, since we're up in this region, I should also mention that this is, you'd first think it was 1 3/4, but it's just a hair over. So it's actually 1.76, which does give you a wider string spread here, and allows you to kind of do open runs without accidentally muting the string next to it. But also it helps kind of keep the neck from having to barrel outwards so much to get to this 2 5/16 down here at the saddle. Now, yes, we know Beauregard builds these things to be gorgeous, and really, I love his Florentines so much. It gives you so much access to the upper frets, but also it just looks like a weapon ready for battle. But another thing that I really want to note about Beauregard's instruments and building is he builds them to be very even across the spectrum. So you hear all the lows, the mids, and the trebles at a very even keel. So it's one of the best recording guitars out there, just because you don't have to do a whole lot of editing to it. That and the intonation on this thing is just phenomenal. Now, if you've got any other further questions about this lovely 2018 Beauregard OMC, message Alan at cedarrock.com, and thanks for listening.